Previously on Natural Dreams Revelation, will you do the honors of becoming my wife?
Yes, I will.
Do they suspect?
No.
Look, let's just keep it that way. In order to rescue Karen and Mildred, we have to play this by ear. You ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
Look, we're already working on a plan to get your mother out.
Really?
And it's Karen really Susan came to VR and they saw. Cause you're wasting your time.
I'm not proud of what I did by blackmailing you, by breaking Damon and Angela up in 2009, by planting false evidence that Michael is Michelle and David's son. Who is it, by the way? But I did not orchestrate the affair of Nate sleeping with Angela and Kristen. But we both know that Michael's your son, and you chose to abandon him for the matter.
And as Joseph choked it, and as he collapsed on the ground,
Meanwhile, at Ravenwood and Karen's room, Karen's lying in bed till someone came in and went and put a tray of food down. And as they went, I left the room. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Kristen's looking at her engagement ring on her finger just as Lauren came to where she is and saw what she's doing. Looks like somebody's happy, and as Kristen looked at Lauren, you're not gonna believe what just happened. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in Greg's office, Greg's working on some paperwork till Brody came in and closed the door and went to where Greg is, who saw him. You got some explaining to do. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the hallway, Karen, Lee, Susan, and Bradley are talking. Why are you doing this to my family? Really, Bradley? Are you seriously gonna pay the amnesia not knowing that I'm your wife when you damn well know I am? Well, soon to be ex-wife, of course. I know my wife's locked in that institution, no thanks to you. You are so clueless, you don't even know that Vince was Damon. And as Vince came to where they are, lady, I need some answers, and I need them now. Where the hell's my mom? Sorry, I'm afraid you're a bit late to the game. Your mother sued if you harm my mom, and you save it, Vince. I'm here to ensure what? To make sure we don't stop your plan? Not happening. Well, it seems my husband finally got some backbone in him. Not that it's gonna matter. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Will came to where Rachel, Aaron, Lucy, and Tristan is, who saw him. What happened to you? We all thought you did a runner. I'm sorry. I realized I had to pick up Tristan from hospital, so what's going on here? It turns out the so-called Shadow Kings wasn't over. What do you mean? Damon had Vince's memories all along till the real one regains his. Which is now. Where is he? The real Vince. He arrived last night and now he's here talking with his fake mom, who decides to make an appearance. How did I not see this is happening? Trust me, dude, none of us did. Good, you're here, and it's Teresa Watt came to where they are. And Will saw his parents along with the rest. Mom, Dad, I got your message. It's Joseph. What happened? I'm afraid our grandson has collapsed at his parents' house and was brought here. Meanwhile, in the conference room, Linda, Mildred's Billy Jordan is waiting till Janet came in, and as she closed the door and went and sat at the table across from Linda and Jordan. It's done. Joseph won't pose a threat to anyone for the matter. That's good to know. Now, while Tamara and Leo are on holiday, that means we're gonna need you more than ever. I'm here. Perhaps I was wrong about you after all. He's not dead, is he? No, the doctor told me he's currently in a coma. You may want to finish, but it's not so fast. It would be too suspicious. What are we gonna do with Teresa and Watt? Clearly they might be on their way. If they're not here, of course they would, seeing he's their grandson. What do you want me to do? For now, go be the girlfriend my son can count on. Wait, before you go, there's a task I want you to do. What's that? Find Kevin and ask him to place guard on Joseph's door and try to be vigilant without got it. And as Janet got up and went and left the room. Meanwhile, in Vanessa's room, Vanessa's on her laptop thinking. Till Matt came in and closed the door and went to where she is with 2 cups of latte and gave her one, which she got. Thanks. And as she got up and faced her husband. How are you? Processing on what's happening. Yeah, I got a text from Lauren saying that Stefan's alive and been posing his cowl for months. And now it appears he may be the shooter who shot Julian and still around the hospital somewhere. Oi, and as Matt came and hugged his wife, I'm not going anywhere. You're safe with me, I promise you. Meanwhile, someone is watching Vanessa and Matt through the window from the dining room. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Kristen and Lauren are talking. I'm happy for you. Thanks, considering the roller coaster we all went through over the last couple months, including losing my grandfather. Yeah, it has taken quite a toll. So, any new updates on your husband? No, he's still in the shadow realm, and I have a funny feeling Stefan's behind this. Not that it matters at this point. What do you mean by that? I spread the word of this wild to every person I know so they can wave caution of him. So, how long's he been around? Emily told me Kyle's been acting sort of different from coming from his business trips, which led me to believe that something happened in between when he was on his way, meaning Stefan must have kidnapped him. The question is, why? I have a feeling we're all about to find out. Meanwhile, in Sheldon and Jan's office, Isabella's thinking, while she has a flashback of her and Helen talking. You better have a good damn reason to why, otherwise you can do one and get out. You no longer call the shots. I'm here courtesy because everybody knows what you did. Angela, Damon, and most importantly, the ex-husband Vince in his flashback, and there's someone knocking on the door. And it's Isabella went and got the door, and it's Damon. Oh good, it's you. You saved me quite the trouble from looking for you. And as Damon came in, and as Isabella closed the door, and as she turned and faced Damon, and as he turned and faced her, I think I know why you're here. How long? Sorry, how long did you know who I was? And more importantly, why did you break Angela up last year by making her believe Michael was her son, including the fact you told Helen to misread some information that she was gonna lose me? Was that all part of your master plan? Look, clearly there's a lot you don't know. Spare me the meta-face. You see, in addition to having my memories back, I am more clear to what's been going on, so it's time I get some answers, and you're the exact person to give them to me. And furthermore, I'm not leaving this room till it happens. Meanwhile, at the Bates and Witch Manor in the living room, Roxanne and Jack are talking. It's been a long time since we're getting to Hospital A. It's gonna be fine, I promise. Okay. Oh, you referred to what happened there recently. No, I'm not worried about some shooter at the hospital. I'm just nervous getting back into the swing of things, and also, it appears that Gwen is about to be the new chief of staff there permanently. You will be a great doctor. Of course I am, and the best there is. Anyways, Caroline was supposed to meet me at the hospital saying she has something important to tell me. Let me give you a ride to the hospital. Amazing. And as they went, I left the living room. Meanwhile, at the LAPD and Greg's office, Greg and Brody are talking. Look, I'm aware that you might be angry to why you've been sent to the other side of the contest, Greg. All I want to know is, why the hell did you do it? We honestly thought your undercover service was needed, but I was wrong. Look, dude, I didn't sign up to become your little lapdog, and I apologize for that. It was extremely unprofessional of me to do that. Dude, what's going on? What do you mean? You're acting weird. Usually, this would be the part that you try to defend yourself and deny what I'm saying, but you're not. Why? When you point out the truth. Look, I'm just worried about my wife. I thought everything was going good between you two. Yeah, it's just lately, I'm starting to notice something strange about my wife, and also, she's been missing lately, and whenever she's around, I can feel she's not being herself. And as Haley's really clear came in, surely I hope I'm not interrupting whatever the hell you two are talking about. And as Brody and Greg saw her. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Witch Manor, Rita came in and closed the door. And as she heads to the living room, and as she went in and saw Paul sit on the couch waiting, and as he saw her and got up and went and faced her. I told the maids I was one of your mates. How the hell did you should really lock your front door when heading out. What is it do you want? The truth. You see, I heard a little rumor that your mother-in-law along with her daughter and Hannah showed up last night at my house wanting to kill my aunt. You wouldn't know anything about that now, would you? Of course not. Then, there's my parents' murder, which hasn't been solved yet, and conveniently, your husband's nowhere to be seen, which makes me wonder why. What are you getting at? I came to put you and your husband on notice. Let me just save you the trouble by assuring that Adam had nothing to do with your parents' death but the matter. You know, for a mere second, I almost believe you. The only thing is, I don't. So I'd rather hear it from him unless he's done a run-up with the matter. Adam's not here, but you already knew that, didn't you? The only thing I know is, you will have a problem should I find out you or your husband's responsible for my parents' death. While in Ravenwood, in Karen's room, Karen's lying in bed, and as Karen has a flashback of her, Taya, and Brody talking. Damn. I wish I was here to prevent. Don't you think it's odd that Greg sent you away on undercover assignment? Yeah. Almost if. What are we gonna do about this? I'm gonna get some answers from Greg. Don't worry. We're gonna get you and Mildred out of here. And as the flashback ends, with the guard coming in, and Karen saw. You think you can behave more rational while nicking people's phones? Yeah. And as Karen got up and went and left the room, while the guard closed the door. Meanwhile, in Mildred's room, Mildred's facing the window. What the hell I'm gonna do? More importantly, I gotta get out of here. And as the guard opened the door, and as Karen came in, just as the guard closed the door, and as Karen went and sat on her bed across from Mildred. I am glad you're back. Me too. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the hallway, Karen, Billy, Susan, Vince, and Bradley are talking. Honestly, you all astonish me on how naive you can be thinking you can outsmart me. Actually, you have no idea who I am. Really? Then I guess we're gonna have to see, Dad. Let's just go. It's obvious she's not gonna say anything. And as Bradley and Vince turn and walk away. Such a shame that she never married. And as Bradley and Vince stop and turn and face Susan. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Gwen, what the hell are you playing at? Yeah, I read up in your little history, Vince, and I know the two of you were happily in love. In fact, if memory serves me correctly, you two are about to be married. Last I checked, my life's gonna be concerned, and little taunting tactics won't work on me. Really? Seems to me it has, because it got quite a rise out of you. I mean, a lot of sure happens, so just back off. And as Bradley and Vince turn and walk away, just as Mildred Willie Jordan came to her Susaness, and she saw. Seems he's a bit on edge. That's the idea. You know what? I think it's time we take care of this problem once and for all. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Rachel, Aaron, Lucy, Tristan, Will, Teresa, and Walt are talking. Wasn't that same exact thing happened to your brother a few months ago? Yeah, it seems he was poisoned. I'm only hoping the same thing don't happen to Joseph. You know what, Will? I'm gonna see what I can do. Joe, why not, Tristan? Gwen probably wants you here in case. Tristan, I'm a doctor, and I cannot bend at my duties. And judge what's been going on here lately? I gotta say the hospital is real short-staffed here, so we'll be fine. And as Aaron came to where Rachel is, and they begin kissing each other, and pull back. I let you lot know the second I get information. And as Rachel turned and walk away, just as Vince and Bradley came back to the ark, and they all saw them. Where she's going? Rachel's going to see if there's anything she can do to help, since there might be short-staffed here. Right. Adam's on leave at the moment. And as Bradley saw his brother along with his wife there. Dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you're back in town. It's fine. Clearly you got a lot going on right now. How's it going getting your real wife out and out? According to what my dad say, it won't be long. And as Aaron's iPhone beeps, and he got it and saw the text saying, Wilma and Emily's lives hang in the balance. And as Will sits someone, Aaron, you okay, bro? And as Aaron looked up and saw the others, you're not gonna believe this. Meanwhile, in the underground parking lot, a call arrived at the entrance with Jax and Roxanne inside, and as Jack looked at his wife, you got this. Thank you. And as Roxanne looked out and saw the guards by the entrance, and as she looked at Jack, you go, I got this. And as Roxanne got out of the car, and as she closed the door, and head to the entrance where the officers are, who saw her. You can go in.
I know you quite well, Miss Graham. Besides, we recognize your husband's car.
Why, thank you, boys. And as Roxanne hid inside the hospital. Meanwhile, in the dining room, Janet came in and saw Kevin patrolling the area. And then she went to where he is. And he saw her. Kevin.
What can I do for you, Janet?
I get right down to it. I made a mind's in the hospital. Joseph.
Aren't you two back together?
Alright, we are. The point is, I need your help.
Why is it any concern to me?
Dude, you're a cop. Paid to do cop duties.
Which, as you can clearly see, I'm doing right now. So, if that's all you want, then do one.
Somebody tried to kill my boyfriend and I need you to stand guard by his door.
Meanwhile, in Vanessa's office, Vanessa and Matt are in a hug. And as they pull away, I can have my dad post a guard here whenever I'm not around.
Sounds good to me. Now, how are the kids?
Maggie and Austin are doing fine. In fact, Grace and Jeremy agreed to babysit them.
I cannot believe Vince lost his life. Well, almost 5 years of it being stuck in the prison, not knowing who he is.
Yeah, that's really gotta burn. So basically, he's still in love with my sister Gwen, when in fact, she was his fiancée at the time.
He doesn't even know that she's married. You mind staying here? I'm gonna go get my till and come back so we can talk some more.
Okay, and as Vanessa head out of office, while Matt turned around and got his iPhone out and called someone. End that call, now. And as Matt turned around and saw Stefan, who's holding Vanessa with a gun to her head, or I will end her. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Kristen and Lauren are talking.
What is it?
Today is the exact day that I got my divorce papers 1 year ago.
And we managed to convince Michael to give you another chance. I blame myself for the way that my marriage ended. I should have trusted Michael and not let my insecurities get the best of me. You were worried about Wilma trying to get back to your husband. I get it. We all are like that. We want to protect the people we care about from anyone trying to come between us. Michael's been the most loyal person I've ever met. He's been there for me in ways I can't understand. And how do we repay him? By going after the next big thing. And unfortunately, he was my sis. I'm sure in time, you and Jennifer will manage to work things out.
Meanwhile, in Shona and Jan's office, Isabella and Damon are talking.
You wanna know the truth? Fine. I'll tell you everything. I knew who you was, no thanks to Madeline and Luke. They texted me some information I couldn't hardly believe till they showed me some proof.
When was this?
A few weeks before Christmas in 2008. So, I decided that this would be the perfect time to get my sister back from taking everything away from me.
Meanwhile, me and everybody you came into contact with was nothing but collateral damage, right?
I didn't meet
You sure as hell did, so don't start backtracking now.
I told Helen to insert some information about Angela about Michael not being hers, trying to plant a seed of doubt.
I get it now.
This caused Angela to have a little doubt about herself, fearing it's like deja vu all over again.
You took great pleasure doing that now, did you? Knowing damn well that she was gonna destroy her relationship with me. I love her. She was the only woman I ever loved, even though I wasn't myself with the matter.
Well, there's more. I paid Nate, who in turn slept with both Angela and Kristen, to keep the paternity secret of Michael, and
I think I heard enough. I cannot believe you're her sister to begin with, to do something so damn cruel. Don't you have a heart at all? You know what, let me answer that for you. You don't. So here's the deal from this point forward. Stay the hell away from me, my wife, and my family. And as Damon turned and went, I left the room. Meanwhile, at the LAPD and Greg's office, Greg and Brody are surprised by Claire, who's really Haley.
Come now, boys. Don't stop on my account. Feel free to carry on the two of you are talking about.
It was nothing.
Really? It sure as hell didn't look like nothing to me.
Fine. You wanna know? Greg and I were talking about the reason to why him, or maybe you sent me away as an undercover assignment to the Far East, knowing damn well it would result me leaving my wife when she needed me the most.
Well, you should be happy to know that she wasn't down, yet that's not the point.
I shouldn't have left in the first place. You wasted 2 or maybe 3 months of my time, and I'm not gonna do that again. I refuse to be anybody's guinea pig, so if that's how things went out of this apartment, then maybe I should transfer. You don't have to transfer. It was my call to have you leave your precious undercover duty at high school for some of your mates. Mainly my daughter, your best mate Aaron, and Will. But rest assured, it won't happen again. So, can you excuse us? Because I like to talk to my husband. And by the way, can you patrol the hospital? They're on lockdown. No thanks to Sugar being there. Fine. And as Brody turned and went and left the office, while Haley went and closed the door and turned and faced Greg. We agree on something, because we do need to start talking. Starting with, what the hell is going on with you? You're about to get your answer and so much more. Meanwhile, in an undisclosed location, woman Emily, a line passed out. Meanwhile, at Ravenwood, in Karen and Mildred's room, Karen and Mildred are talking. I really don't know what to do. This place is driving me insanely bonkers. Same here. All I want to do is get home to my son and my husband, assuming my counterpart twin hasn't done any more damage. Oh, that's right. My husband's in a coma, and I have a funny feeling, of course, she's responsible. Just like my other house was responsible for destroying my marriage. The silver lining is, Brody and Taya came and visited me and told me her charges were dropped. That's good news. By the way, I have some bad news. What is it? I overheard one of the staff members talking, and it seems our other halves are planning to get rid of us. How? I mean, we're already locked in here, claiming to be insane when we're not, so how could it go further? And as Karen began to realize, oh my god, if your hunch is what I think it is, then we don't have that much time. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Ridge Manor in the living room, Rita and Paul are talking. You may be new to this game and all, but I don't take too kindly to threats. Oh, it's not a threat, it's a promise. One I know I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna find out who killed my parents one way or another. Good luck on that, seeing mostly half this entire planet once your parents did, considering what they've done to people. Watch your words, my friend, we're not friends. Since you personally delivered this message to me, you know you wait out and don't bother coming back here ever again. As long as you or your husband didn't have anything to do with my parents' murder, you have nothing to worry. And as Paul turned and went and left the living room, while Rita got her iPhone and called Emily, and quickly got her voicemail, and as she hung up, but her phone rang, and she saw it's Aaron, and got it. Hey Aaron, what's going on? How soon can you get to the hospital? I was there momentarily, but I had to get home to get some things, so I'm coming right now. It's everything I'll explain when you get here. Okay. And as Rita hung up, and as she heads to the kitchen, and went to her fridge and opened it, and got herself a bottle of water, and closed the fridge, and as she head back to the living room, and went and got her purse along with her phone, and as she head out of the living room, towards the front area, and as she arrived at the front door, and opened it, and closed it, and as she walked away, unaware that someone is watching the front door of her house.